So, should we start that again? Welcome to the first backpacking trip of 2026. We're going round today up from Abber Falls onto Wood and the Glidders. Again, I'll stick the route in so you can see. Then dropping down to Tarn. Might stay up high if the wind is not too bad, because there's a chance of cloud inversion according to the weather forecast. If not, we'll drop down, look somewhere to camp a little bit more sheltered, and then it's just a couple of hours walk back tomorrow, trying to get some practice in for the Sky Trail. So I think all in all we're about 7 miles today with 3,500 foot of ascent. Just need to sort of ease myself back into it. I was going for the heavy pack because obviously we've got the Trotnest Ridge, so I've got the rather massive Arn packs on. As you can see, it's a big old pack. Oh god, more people around. It's a big old pack. But I love the front pockets, and I don't pack it very well because it's got lots of space in, and the back is just to keep the back fairly compact. The question will be is whether I need to go up to bigger pockets to get more food in to balance the pack out when I do Sky Trail. I'll just stick with the little ones I've got. So, heading up to Abber Falls first, which is why we're getting all the traffic. All the Instagrammers out. I'm parked down by the main road. Hopefully, touch wood, it's an okay spot to leave it. It's a free spot, which is always good in my book. Anyway, I'll check back in later. So, finally starting to get off the beaten track. Instagram city around Abber Falls, but as soon as you turn off the main circular, it's not too bad. Path getting a little bit indistinct, but hopefully you can hear me above the babbling brook and I can find my way. Anywho, I suppose better get back to looking where I'm going, so I'll check in a little bit later. Well, that was a steep pull up until this point. Been stopping every half hour to catch my breath. Not sure I'm going to do on the Trotnest Ridge. Need to get some fitness in, I think. Certainly with the weight and the grade you do feel it. I feel like I'm moving way slower than I normally do, but then I keep using the excuse that I'm in no rush to get off before dark tonight. Definitely colder as you go higher up. I was thinking it was going to be okay, but winds chill again. Seems to be a theme for this time of year. And keep looking over towards my left over there, trying to figure out if I can see Telefan. Certainly looks familiar hiking ground. So just walking up to the ridge line now, so I'm sure it's going to get colder and windier. Anyway, I'll check in again later. Well, welcome back. I'm up at the top, name below because my Welsh is terrible. It looks like we've got the Welsh 3000s over on the other side there. You can certainly see over to the right the back of Bethesda Quarry where Zip World is. And I don't know if you can make it out on the camera, but just over from that is the quarry road I came up onto the top the windy day, with the summit just in the background that I couldn't get up because it was far too windy. And then the far ridge line is the one going down into the Ogwen Valley, which I think is Igarn is the furthest one, just out the cloud. Then coming nearest and looking towards is obviously the Carneddau Welsh 3000s, which I think this one closest to me is probably the one you need to come out on and bag and go back again. They're all just hiding in the clouds, but I think thankfully our route is off to the left and is just out the cloud, which is always a bonus. It is chilly again, got to stop and layer up. It is beautiful though. We've got nice clear skies all around. Okay, so better crack on because time is a ticking. Well, I apologise for the state of me. I just chucked on everything warm and found a sheltered spot behind a rock to have a brew up and have hot chocolate. I definitely need some sustenance. Been quite a good walk so far. It's definitely hill walk territory rather than mountain. In fact, I could probably ride up my bike so far what we've been up. It is good. Don't know if you can see from here, but we're basically going round over the hill over there, then down the dip and round the corner. So I thought we were going over to the one over there, but we're actually not. We're going round the corner, down the dip, and then we should drop off to the lock. It's definitely too windy and cold to stay up top, so I'm going to go down towards the tarn. I've got a feeling I've seen a video by Andy from Backpacking UK camping part way down to that tarn behind a rock, so I'll see if I can find something like that. If not, I don't think there's any harm dropping down to the tarn. I think the only thing will be is that it will be a wee bit cold in the morning. Okie dokie, I'll check out for now and catch up with you later. Okay, so chig bagged. I need to check if this is one of the 3000ers or not. As you can see, if you can look around, the clouds come in very eerie looking up here. Again, a bit of a glitter. I didn't expect it's more rounded hill rather than all jaggy bits of slate, I assume. Anyway, very atmospheric. Imagine it'd be very nice on a clear day. Definitely loads of places to camp around here if you get the weather for it. Right, I'm not going to hang around here too long, so I'm going to crack on. Behind me around here shouldn't be too far, and then we should start dropping off down towards the tarn and looking for somewhere to set up camp. Didn't film setting up, mainly because I was having a bit of a nightmare with the Durston. Couldn't figure it out, and it was dark. And you can hear it's still got flappy dappy. I'm really not sure about this tent. Still prefer a Stratosphere, I think. Anyway, we've got tea on the go. Okay, I'll check out for now while tea's cooking. So there we go, as every vlogger says, leave no trace. Think we're okay? Well, let's make the shepherd and try and get the flock out of here. So back across the rivers, hopefully not too bad. I'll try this one-handed. There we go. So I crossed a little bit further up near the waterfall. Question is, isn't it, is whether you go for shallow and broad or flat and yay! Greasy as fuck, but we're there. Okay, so that was not too bad a night. Mattress slowly deflating, but it was okay. Waterfall was noisy, as was the tent. Got up to check the guy lines around about midnight and it was absolutely fine. Just obviously a noisy tent. Managed to drift off to sleep. Watch says I slept okay, not entirely sure. My usual 2 hours faffing and packing up. Do need to get a bit more quicker at that. Also, very starry night last night. Lovely. I also need to get a bit more skilled with dropping, or putting up, should I say, the Durston. Too much of a faff last night in the wind. It was not good. Seemed to take ages. I'm just used to throwing up the Stratosphere, so I find it a bit frustrating when I can't get the Durston up quickly. So we should be a couple of hours walk from here and we're in to a calf. Yay. Well, me and my slightly dubious map reading skills again. Decided to follow the track. I was due to go up and over the hills you can see to the right there, but I don't know if you can make out the sheep tracks tracking up the side of the mountain. It basically contours round and then up to the little beelet you can see just above the two sheep, which is effing steep. and then drops off to the side in a similarly steep fashion. So I thought discretion is the better part of valour. I just decided I'm going to follow the track. A few nice wild pitches here. As you can see, there is some kind of sheepfold to the left. All this is quite flat, so make decent a wild camp spot. You just have to pick your spot because there's a few patches looking quite wet. See, the other downside, as I discovered last night, is that all this is north facing, so no sunrise in the morning and you're a bit limited on views. But other than that, sheltered little spot. It's not too bad. So plan is to crack down to the village and hopefully the tea room has got a decent breakfast on the go. Okay, I'll check back later. Well, decided to go up the side of the mountain in the end. It didn't look so bad from the track going straight up rather than traversing across. As you can see, this last section looks a bit well steep. Found a little cave coming up from the track. I say cave, I think it was a mine actually. And then directly above it, there's a load of manhole covers. None of them look directly connected with it. It's very strange. Don't know, pipes coming down from the reservoir, but then why wouldn't you lay them along the course of the track? Anyway, let's crack on up this hill. So, almost back at the car. Been a good walk, all in all. Not quite sure the fitness is there for Sky yet, and I need to learn to get out of bed earlier to get my arse moving. Apart from that, we're not too bad. Most things have worked as expected. Need to figure out some stash point for my poles because driving me bonkers not being able to put them somewhere quickly when I need to, and maybe put a hanging line on the inside of the tent or drying line. That might be a bit practical, and obviously learn how to pitch the tent a bit better. But all in all, we haven't worked out too badly. So I'll check out now, maybe catch you at the cafe, see if I'm feeling like it. Other than that, I'll see you later. Bye.